Crazy Joey Gallo was celebrating his 40th birthday in Umberto's Clam House on Mulberry Street in the Little Italy section of New York. After he was killed, they made 2 movies about him. Golly, there's a TV show in the States called Everybody Loves Raymond. Did you ever hear of it? No? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, the father, when he was younger, played Crazy Joey Gallo in the movies. I can't think of his name. Anyway, the Raymond, Ray Romano, he plays a lawyer, a mob lawyer in the movie. So he's a star in the movie. Anyway, so Crazy Joey Gallo was, there was an actor back in the day named Jerry Orbach. Jerry Orbach was sitting at the table at Umberto's Clam House with Crazy Joey Gallo, Gallo's bodyguard, the Greek, Diapolos, and a few other people. And the story, and the version that appeared in 2 movies, I'm sorry, and 6 books, was that 3 Italian men burst into Umberto's, firing away, and they killed Crazy Joey Gallo. And that's what everyone knew. That's what I knew as a young guy in New York City at the time. Yeah, that's what happened to Crazy Joey Gallo. And one day I was at a retirement party for a guy named Barney, a Teamster, and I said to Frank, and I would ask him questions, odd questions at odd moments, because you're more likely to get an answer. And at this odd moment, we're sitting at the head of the table for Barney's retirement. And we were at the head of the table. Frank was the celebrity in that retirement for Barney. And we're sitting there, and I said to Frank, Frank, why is it that Russell had so much faith in you and trusted you so much? And Frank said, well, if I tell you that, I have to tell you something else. Frank, this is no time. Come on now. You're holding back. And some murders didn't bother him at all, like Sal Bergoglio. He couldn't care less. It was the Hoffa murder that really tortured him. So he said, well, if I tell you that, why Russell had so much faith in me, I'd have to tell you something else. And I said, well, come on, what is it? And he said, you ever hear of Joey Gallo? I said, of course, Crazy Joey Gallo. And he said, a fresh kid. And right away, you know that there's a death story somewhere in there. And he explained that Johnny Francis was his driver on that Johnny dropped him off at the corner of Umberto's Clam House on Hester and on Hester and Mulberry. And Frank went in by himself, 6'4", 220 pounds, pulled out his gun, and World War II, are you kidding? This is nothing for him. Pulled out his gun and killed Gallo by himself. Walked outside as the redhead was coming up with the car, the getaway car, and off they went. And he told me that story. And Frank, that's not so. There were 2 people, there were 3 men that killed Crazy Joey Gallo. Somebody else wants credit for it, that's all right with me, he said.